The multifaceted malaise that the Obama administration finds itself in plays right into the hands of the conservative opposition. With more on this, Colleen McCain-Nelson joins us now from our bureau in Washington. Colleen, thanks for being there.
Thanks for having me.
So let's go through the scandals that basically seem to be dogging the administration. We've got the Benghazi issues with regard to diplomats being killed there. We've got the AP phone records swiped by the Justice Department, and then we've got the Internal Revenue Service going after conservative groups. This is a mess.
It's kind of a long list that you rattled off there, and it's not necessarily any one of these controversies. The cumulative effect is what's so problematic for the White House. The fact that so many of these things are enveloping the White House at the same time, it's really threatening to kind of derail their agenda. It's going to consume all the political oxygen, at least for the moment. And meanwhile, the White House is trying to steer the conversation back to their middle-class agenda or immigration reform, but that's not what anyone in Washington is talking about.
And they're talking about the administration really being what the conservatives have been thinking and saying for a while, sort of overbearing, too much state, getting involved too much in our business.
Right. I mean, this has been the Republican cry for quite some time, is that the Obama administration favors big government, that they want the government too involved in your lives. And so now Republicans are able to say, look, what happens when we have big government, you know, we have overreach, we have people doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And so this absolutely is an argument that Republicans are all too happy to make, and it kind of allows them to say our worst fears are coming true.
And are people comparing all of this to the Nixon administration and the Watergate scandal, or has it not got that bad?
Well, there certainly are any number of comparisons being made by Republicans. The Republicans have used the Nixon comparison. I heard someone today talking about comparing one of the controversies to Iran-Contra. I mean, there are just any number of past scandals they want to attach to this administration now. Of course, the Obama folks say that it's ridiculous to overblow these things in such a way, and that we need to be patient and let all the facts come out, and that's just kind of partisan hyperbole. So, I mean, the Obama administration has been quick to push back against those comparisons and say, look, we don't know everything there is to know yet. And these controversies didn't all involve the White House. Some of them involved other agencies that the White House says they're just learning about these controversies now too, and they're distancing themselves from them. Yeah,
and Colleen, it was very interesting to watch Jake Carney, White House press secretary, squirm in a barrage of questions this afternoon and basically try not to answer anything. I have a feeling that he's going to be doing a lot more of that as more things come out. Is that a fair assessment? Things don't come out all at once. They sort of come out in dribs and drabs, right?
Right. He's had a rough few days, and you saw in today's briefing he got an hour's worth of questions about Benghazi and the IRS and the Department of Justice. I mean, just one after another. And finally, an hour in, somebody asked about the Pakistani elections, and he looked so relieved to talk about Pakistan, if even for a moment. But we certainly haven't heard the last about any of these controversies, and so he's going to endure some rough briefings for at least the next several days. And, you know, as the White House has pointed out, there's still more to learn. We're going to get the IRS report from the Inspector General here pretty quickly, so there are going to be new facts coming out, and that's going to continue to keep these stories alive.
Okay, well, we'll be inviting you back at that point. Thank you very much, Colleen McCain-Nelson.